Hello, my name is Kimani, and today I will be talking to you guys about how smartphones are negatively affecting the sleep quality. Imagine you just turned off your phone. After an hour of scrolling in bed, you close your eyes, but you find yourself tossing and turning and unable to sleep. As if this sounds familiar, right? But you're not alone. Smartphones are significantly reducing sleep quality by exposing users to the light and fostering addictive behaviors that interfere with healthy sleep patterns. As a student who also depends on my smartphone throughout the day, I know the struggle of trying to get a good night's sleep while feeling compelled to stay connected. Researching the effects of screen time on sleep opened up my eyes to the real impact our phones have on the rest and health. Excuse me. So today, I will be covering the three main points. First, how the blue light from smartphone screens affects melatonin production in our natural sleep cycle. Second, how constant notifications and the urge to check our phones disrupts bedtime routines. And finally, we'll look at potential sleep solutions such as setting screen time limits and using smartphone features to design to reduce nighttime disruptions. In other words, do not disturb. Let's start by understanding the first major issue, the effect of blue light on our sleep. How blue light affects melatonin production. Smartphones emit blue light, which is particularly effective at suppressing melatonin, which is the hormone that regulates the sleep. So, impact on sleep cycle. Melatonin suppression delays sleep onset, making it harder to fall asleep. Research evidence studies how the exposure to blue light before bed can delay sleep by more than an hour. Now that we've seen how blue light affects sleep, let's look at our phone usage disrupts bedtime routine. Excuse me, how our phone usage disrupts bedtime routines. The disruption of bedtime routines by constant notifications. The addictive behavior, the constant urge, when you get a text or a notification or, simply any of those things, that's checking your social media or text messages. That can keep us engaged late into the night. For example, perfect example, I sometimes tend to find myself on TikTok. And when I'm on TikTok, I could just be looking at one thing, and before you know it, it'll be hours, not even hours, I per se, that's exaggerating. Minutes will pass by and I'll keep going and keep going when I can be using that time for something else. Impact on sleep duration, the more time spent on the phone, the less sleep we get. And also, the notification disturbs the natural wind down process, increasing the time it takes to fall asleep. So, in other words, before going to sleep, set a bedtime routine. And when you set your bedtime routine, allow your bedtime routine to allow you to put your phone down for at least an hour so you can get that rest. So far, we've discussed the negative impact of smartphones on sleep, but there are solutions we can try. Setting screen time limits. Using apps or settings to limit screen time before bed can help reduce exposure to the blue light. iPhones come with screen time limits. If you don't have that feature, that is something you can take a time to look into. I find it easier to, use the screen time limits to help me. Night mode features. Many smartphones have features that reduce the blue light exposure. Me personally, when it's the nighttime, I dim my light. When it's the daytime, I have my light up. Dimming the light at night makes it easier to fall asleep if you were to be on your phone. But remember, less exposure on the phone, better time to sleep. And a better bedtime routine. Creating a routine when phones are put away an hour before sleep can also help signal the brain that it's time to rest. With these solutions in mind, let's wrap up with a few final thoughts on how smartphones can affect our sleep. To summarize, smartphones significantly impacting sleep quality, but understanding and taking steps to limit screen exposure can help us sleep better. We've seen how blue light interferes with melatonin production, how constant notification disrupts bedtime routines, and how using features like night mode or do not disturb can help. By making small changes in how we use our phones at night, we can protect our sleep and improve our health in the long run. Thank you.